Hi, this is a continuation video of the evolution of Goku. If you haven't watched the previous video, you should do so, where we discuss about all of Goku's forms and transformations. In this video, we'll specifically be talking about Goku's clothes, strictly only the ones that he wears in the comics or anime storyline, not including those in cover art, posters or figurines. First, we'll talk about the evolution of Goku's fighting gi. We start with the plain blue gi he wears as a kid, with a white knot-styled obi, the belt thing around his waist if you don't know what an obi is. Next, as a disciple of Master Roshi, he was granted this red gi with the Kame symbol, which is Master Roshi's insignia, at the front. From here on, Goku will mostly wear red fighting gis only. Here's another version of the Kame fighting gi after he's grown up. There's also a heavy inner blue shirt that acts as a weight for training purposes. Next, after training with Kaio in the afterlife, Kaio made him this, with the Kaio insignia placed secretly behind him without Goku realizing it in the beginning. Afterwards, during the Namek saga, Goku switched to his own logo, the Go symbol, meaning he's sort of going his own way, having surpassed his previous masters. Later, as seen in Dragon Ball Z from the Android saga onwards, the gi becomes plain with no symbol and with a larger neck opening, revealing more of the blue shirt underneath. And as you see, his obi belt hasn't had a visible knot for a while now and is neatly tucked inside. So we are done with the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z parts right before the time skip at the end. Now we're moving on to Dragon Ball Super. While training with the Angel Whis, Goku wears an orange gi without an undershirt and with modern Velcro boots. The Whis insignia was scribbled onto him and Vegeta at high speed by Whis. Then, while helping the Galactic Patrol in their fight against Moro, the Galactic Patrol insignia was scribbled onto him and Vegeta. In Super Dragon Ball Heroes, he is shown wearing the Capsule Corp gi, which is sort of a hybrid of his many different previous outfits, and this time the inner blue is a tight undershirt extending to the mid-upper arms. Then, after the 10-year time skip in Dragon Ball Z, Goku was shown to have changed his color scheme completely while maintaining a simple plain design. In Dragon Ball G, his gi design is similar to the one just mentioned, with a slight change in color. Then we get a smaller version as Goku is turned back into a kid. So we are done with the evolution of Goku's fighting gi. Next we'll talk about his other outfits. First, we'll mention a few significant ones. First, we have the Yadrat suit that Goku wore after returning to Earth from the planet of the Yadrat people. Goku even turned Super Saiyan while Trunks was testing out his strength. And then we have the Saiyan suit that Goku wore while training in the Time Chamber. He emerged as a Super Saiyan Grade 4 or Super Saiyan Full Power after training for a year. And then we have two newer ones from Super Dragon Ball Heroes. The Grand Priest Goku, who trained with the Grand Priest, who is able to turn Ultra Instinct, and Xeno Goku from an alternate universe, who is able to go Super Saiyan 4. Moving on, we've got some leisure non-fighting clothes in his daily life. Most of this is from the anime. First we have the astronaut suit that he wore when he exited his spaceship while space traveling, and then him as a farmer, one of his day jobs actually, and then him in his hospital gown after fighting Vegeta in the Saiyan saga, and then we see him wearing an orange jacket. This is while he was picnicking while waiting to fight Cell, and then he wore a baseball uniform while playing with the other Z fighters in a filler episode. There was this Hawaiian t-shirt that he wore while taking his driver's license, another filler episode. And then there was this blue tracksuit that appeared when he appeared at Kaio's place and trained for a bit. And then we have those that he wears over his fighting clothes, like that turban style that he wore when he appeared after the time skip at the Kung Fu tournament, and that blue winter coat that he wore in the recent Dragon Ball Super Broly film. He also sometimes dresses up formally for certain occasions, like that black suit when he was a bodyguard. He even had his hair slicked back, and the white tuxedo during his wedding with Chi-Chi. And then there were some others while at the city and stuff. Even as a kid, he wore a suit while boarding a plane. And speaking of Goku as a kid, we haven't touched about his clothes as a kid. There were those winter clothes that he wore during those snowy parts where he fought against the Red Ribbon Army. And then there is shoes ninja clothes, the clothes that belong to Pilaf's friend, and that tiger costume when he reappeared after training by himself in the wild. We have Oolong's pants that he wore after turning into a gorilla, and that Saiyan suit that he wore as a kid when he was sent to Earth. This is sort of retconned. Previously he was shown naked, and then they made him wear a Saiyan suit later. So here you can compare him wearing a Saiyan suit as a child and as an adult. And then we have some of those silly bulky suits used for training. We have that turtle training suit that he wore when training with Krillin in Dragon Ball Super, and the Whis heavy suit, the heavy suit that he wore while training with Whis. And speaking of weights, we have some other weight accessories done since his childhood, such as that turtle shell weight and those weights on his forelimbs while staying with Kaio, but those don't really count as proper suits. So that's the end of our video. Make sure you comment on which style is your favorite. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.